Got married about a year and a half ago. Thank you. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, thank you very much. It was my second marriage. My second marriage. I'd been married before. And I thought marriage is such a sacred, holy, once-in-a-lifetime thing. Let's do it again. But even though it was my second marriage, it was my wife's first. So you still got to go all in. You know, you can't cheap out. You can't do the Forrest Gump, 6 people in the backyard. You're spending money. You're spending money. But even though it's her first time and it's a big deal, you've done it. It is the second time on the roller coaster. It's like, are you scared? No, it goes up and down and around and dancing and cake. It's fine. It's not a big deal. That's what they do. We're gathered together before God. No, I know. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. With the ring and the cake and the yeah. Till death do you part. Sure thing, boss. Whatever you say. Whatever makes you happy, boss. That's what they say. Till death do you part. That's just God's way of saying, I can get you out of this. It's a little extreme. The way I see it, I didn't get divorced. I cheated death. Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler. The definition of evil. Waged war on humanity for 6 years. And then, in his bunker, wed Ava Braun. And the next morning, blew his brains out. Marriage is hard. What did she say?
You call this a bunker? My sister's bunker, that's a bunker. Now you go in there and you really know you're in a bunker. Well, maybe you'd like your sister's bunker.
Charles Manson. Charles Manson was in prison for life. And at the end of his life, a young woman wanted to marry him, and at the last minute, he backed out. This is true. He was in prison for life, but he valued his freedom. Thank you. My father-in-law made a big speech at our wedding. I did not know he could talk. We'd had several conversations about the wedding, and whenever it got to that point where he might have said something like, hey, Dana, why don't I pay for that? My father-in-law is an airline pilot. Do you know the difference between an airline pilot and God? God doesn't walk around like a fucking airline pilot. And don't get me like, I love my wife. I'm gonna tease her a little bit, but I love my wife. She's great. She's Swedish. She's much taller than I am. She's much more beautiful than a woman you would think I would be with. And we just kind of walk around like a 3D Lord of the Rings poster. Did you see Midsummer? Okay, you know those floral crowns they wore in that's a traditional Swedish thing. In our wedding photo, she's wearing one. Our wedding photo is this tall, elegant woman in a floral crown and a flowing robe, and this little guy looks like a foot, and it looks like she's sending me off to Mordor. And it's funny, because we'll walk down the street together and I will see guys look at my wife and then look and see that she was with me. And it's like, I enrage them. So I guess my father-in-law's thinking when he made this speech was, welcome to my daughter's wedding that her husband is paying for. You probably want to know a lot about me. And I'm in the back going, actually, no. I just want to go home and fuck your kid. She's an adult. But it's technically true. And therefore, fun to say. You know, if you're in QAnon, anyone you don't like is a pedophile. Everyone in Hollywood is a pedophile. Every Democrat or progressive is a pedophile. I wonder if the real pedophiles are standing around like, you know, I remember when being a pedophile really meant something.